Hello everyone, and welcome to today's live Zoo to You. My name is Katie. I'm an educator here at the Stone Zoo, and we are celebrating a very special birthday today. Today is Lunesta, our female Linne's two-toed sloth. Today is her 18th birthday, so we're going to be celebrating with a little bit of a sloth cake and learning a little bit more about our sloths. So if you have any questions during the course of our video today, please feel free to type them in the comment section and we'll do our very best to answer them for you. So let's talk a little bit about this cake that we're going to be feeding our sloths, and then we'll get to meet our sloths up close. So sloths are primarily herbivores. They will eat eggs on occasion as well. So I have some of their all-time favorite veggies in here, including a little candle made out of some sweet potato to celebrate her 18th birthday. We have some sweet potato, some greens, some apple and zucchini as well, and some lavender. Lavender is edible for humans, and it's also edible for other mammals too. I don't know if the sloths have ever had it, so we'll see if they'd like any of this, but let's go ahead and meet some of our sloths up close. So up front and center is Nero. He is not the birthday boy today, but he is sure looking like he could use some of that sloth cake. Nero is our male sloth, and he is 16 years old. And over here, we have the birthday girl. So we can get a good look at her. This is Lunesta, and today is Lunesta's 18th birthday, and she is all curled up with Taco. So if you tune in at the beginning of August, we're going to be celebrating Taco's birthday too, where Taco is going to be turning 1 year old. So we're going to chat a little bit about our sloths as we watch them enjoy some of their favorite treats here. We'll see if Lunesta's interested in some apple. That's usually a favorite. There we go, and Taco might want some too. So like I mentioned earlier, we have Linne's two-toed sloths here at Stone Zoo. There are two different species of sloths. There are two-toed and three-toed sloths. And within those species, there are some different subspecies. So in total, there are 6 different subspecies of sloths living in Central and South America. We'll see if Nero wants some too. So Linne's two-toed sloths are found usually throughout Central America into the very northern portion of South America. And we'll see if we can get in a little closer and maybe see them up close as they're eating some of their food. So this species of sloth, Linne's two-toed sloths, they are not an endangered species. They're what's considered a species of least concern. However, that does not mean that their populations are always stable. Sloths are found primarily in the rainforests of Central and South America, and those areas are unfortunately seeing a lot of habitat destruction and fragmentation of habitats. So even though the Linne's two-toed sloth population is doing pretty well, their habitat needs some help. So some things that we can do right at home, even though we're not living in Central or South America, at least I'm not, I'm up here in Massachusetts, but there are still some things that we can do to help sloths. One thing is by participating in something called Meatless Mondays. A lot of cattle farming happens in South America, and that is unfortunately reducing the amount of habitat for animals just like sloths. So by eating meat one less day a week and decreasing the amount of beef in our diet, we're actually helping sloths and lots of other animals that share the same habitat as them. We call sloths an umbrella species. When they are protected and their habitat is protected, it's protecting the habitat of many other animals as well. We'll see. It looks like this sloth cake is a big hit today. Little Taco wants some too. You'll see that I'm feeding Taco pieces that are a little bit smaller just because she's a little bit smaller. And Taco is our 5th sloth born to Nero and Lunesta here at the zoo. So since we're kind of focusing on the birthday girl, I thought it would be interesting to talk about her history and how she came to live at the Stone Zoo. So Lunesta was actually born at a different zoo. She was born at the Biodome in Montreal, and she came here when she was just a few years old, and she was paired with Nero, our male sloth, and they then had 5 offspring. We'll see if any more of this cake is appealing to them. And have we had any questions come in about sloths?
Why do they move so slow?
Why do they move so slowly? That is a really great question. Sloths do everything pretty slowly. They have a very slow rate of digestion, and digestion of food is how animals get their energy. We need to digest that food to get the energy out of it. It can take sloths up to 1 month to digest the food in their bodies. So that definitely aids in why they're so slow. Another reason is because of their body temperature. Sloths have the lowest and most variable body temperature of all mammals. On a daily basis, the temperature of their body can fluctuate between 70 and 90 degrees. So even though they're mammals and they're covered in fur, they behave a little bit more like reptiles. If you've taken a walk outside and maybe seen turtles basking on a log on a warm day, they're warming up the temperature of their own body, and sloths will need to bask as well. So sometimes if you come to the Stone Zoo, you might not see the sloths at first glance. That's because we have a skylight in this exhibit, and they love to go up to the skylight and to sun themselves to help speed up digestion so they can start digesting all of that tasty food that they're eating. Do we have any other questions that have come in? One of my favorite facts about sloths is talking about the other animals that sloths are related to. So this might be a good trivia for those at home. So if you have any guesses of what family of animals sloths belong to or who their closest relatives are, I'll give you a couple seconds to get those guesses in. Even if you're not watching live, you can take this time to guess and see if you have any ideas. If you're looking for hints, a lot of people will guess sometimes monkeys or bears or koalas. We'll give everybody a few seconds as they enjoy their food. And it looks like Lunesta does enjoy the lavender, which was really cool to see. So if you've taken that time to get your guesses in, I'm going to reveal the answer now. Sloths' closest living relatives are anteaters and armadillos. So they are in a group all of their own, but those are their closest living relatives. Around 50,000 years ago, there used to be many other species of sloths, including giant sloths that lived throughout North and South America. They were ground-dwelling sloths, and they were around the size of elephants, which is really, really amazing to think about. Well, I think we are just about all out of time for today. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to help us celebrate Lunesta's 18th birthday. Make sure to come by the zoo and wish her a happy birthday in person. Thank you. Bye.